What's going on, everybody? So today we're going to take a look at a plugin by Waves called Smack Attack. This plugin's a transient shaper and can make your drums smack beyond control. So if you're ready to take a look at this, let's jump right into it. Alright, so this is what Smack Attack looks like when you first open it up. And before we start messing with the parameters, let's take a listen to what we're dealing with right now. Alright, so let's take a look at this clap here. I think it could use some fixing up. So over here you get a little picture of the waveform as it's playing, so you can see kind of what you're dealing with here. And these different settings are going to be able to let you transform how it looks and how it's shaped. So the first style here is our attack. So it's basically going to add a level of attack to your drums. So if you want it to be harder, you could go ahead and turn it up. If you want it to be softer, you could go ahead and turn it down. When you're messing with this attack here, you also have 3 different little waveforms that you can use. So this waveform over here is going to make the attack kind of happen over a bigger slant, so it's going to make it sound more drawn out like this. Versus a little tic-tac of a hit, that's just going to give it that sharp little click, which might be more representative of a snare. So it's a lot more sharp when you do it that way. Basically what you can do is you can turn it up or down in that general direction. So if we turn this down now, so then if we switch it over to the longer extended attack, you can see it pulls back on it, but in a different sort of way. You can also affect the duration here. So how long is that effect going to take place for? So let's go ahead and turn this one back up a little bit. And we're going to go with the sharp little peg first. Okay, so you can hear if we have the duration down all the way, just gives it just a little bit of a snap on top of it. But if we turn this up more, it almost starts to sound like this waveform. So you can get a good starting by picking out which one of these you like, and then you can play with your duration to go ahead and fix it in even better. So we can take a look at this sustain knob now and see what this is doing. So basically sustain is exactly what you think it does. It's how long that hit is going to last for. So if we have this turned down all the way, it's not going to last very long. But if we turn it up more, it's going to drown out that sound even louder than it is. So let's listen to it down first. And then all the way up. Okay, so you can actually make your drums sound more thick and last longer than they would normally. This is a really nice effect to have. There's been so many times over the past where it's just, I have a sound, but it's just not as long as it needs to be. Snares in particular, there's some snares that sound really cool, but they're really short and you want them just to be a little bit longer. This is the way to do it right here. You also have the different shapes here that you're affecting the sustain with, and you can play with those as well. And you have your duration again, which you can dial in these effects even more. Alright guys, so this plugin also has a limiter and a clipper built into it. So if you want to clip your sound or you want to limit it, you can go ahead and do it there. You have your dry or wet knob, so you can dial in exactly how much of the effects you want to affect your drum that you're using. And you have an output knob, so you can go ahead and gain stage it properly. So if you're turning up the attack a ton, you can turn it back down to get it to 0 again, or wherever it was at before you had it affected. Alright guys, so after playing with this plugin for a couple days, I definitely have to say I really do like it, and I think it's definitely worth the purchase. Waves usually has a lot of deals on their plugins, so you can get them at a fairly reasonable price. And I mean, you just need a good transient shaper to have in your toolbox anyway, so if you don't already have one that you like to use, this is definitely going to be the one that you should go for. You have so much control over the sustain and attack, so you can really dial in how long and exactly the kind of clip that you're getting from each of your drums. And honestly, you can use this for other things as well. It doesn't just have to be drums. You could use it on your instruments and play with the formings that way as well. But anyways, guys, that's going to wrap up the tutorial on Waves Smack Attack VST plugin. So if you liked that video, go ahead and smash that like button for me. And subscribe to the channel if you're new here, because we're uploading new tutorials every single week. But besides that, bro, I'll be seeing you again in the next one. Peace out.